Childcare CEO Academy with me, Miss Davy, CEO of Tada Childcare and the founder of Tada Cares Foundation's Pregnancy Loss Support Group. Today, I am here to talk to you about everything that goes on here at Tada Childcare before the holiday. So, on the childcare side of things, what happens is holiday decorations. So as you can see behind me, I have holiday decorations hanging from the ceiling. So that's something that goes on here around the holidays. I have 3 little Christmas trees on the air unit. Since the air is not on, it's cold. And yeah, another thing that goes on around here was Christmas pictures with Santa. So I'll show you briefly out here in our Family Resource Center. We took pictures with Santa for the month of December. And here are some of those pictures with some of our friends. We have school-age children, infants, toddlers. We have some of everyone here. And so we took pictures with Santa for the holiday. And this is our family resource area. And we also use this area as an alternative outdoor area when it is too snowy or rainy, like today. It's snow out there. So this is where we play for our physical, development and gross motor. So these are the resources on our resource shelf. And as you see, we have Santa and a Christmas tree. So those are some of the things that we have going on here around the holiday, as well as our Merry Christmas sign, season's greetings. And so another thing that we have going on here is our Tada Cares Foundation, which is our nonprofit that is based here in Michigan to give support to bereaved parents that have experienced infant and baby loss, infant loss, pregnancy loss. So that is something else that we do here at Tada Childcare. And so right before the holiday, we make custom ornaments and things and artwork for bereaved parents, so that way they can honor their babies, their angel babies. And so here's some of that custom artwork. And the way we customize it is writing the baby's name at the top or at the bottom and pretty glitter glue and cursive, beautiful letters and things like that. So that is that area. We keep the baby memorial artwork over here in the art area. It makes sense to keep it in the art area. So that is the designated area for Tada Cares Foundation's artwork. And then we have our Pregnancy Loss Support Group poster hanging there. So before the holidays here at Tada Childcare, what I like to do is sanitize the changing area and the bassinet, the whole pack and play. Just sanitize it, sanitize the diaper area, wipe down the chairs and stack them in a corner, clean the table. Then I usually grab that, put it in a corner, and I make sure that the heat is off because we have a separate heating and air unit out here separate from the rest of the house. So we make sure that that is switched off and that all of the outlet covers are on. As you can see, all of the outlet covers are on. All of the devices are, unplugged. So the printer is unplugged and that plug is tucked away in the corner. The laptop is tucked away in the corner. The laptop charger and the tablet charger tucked away, all of that jazz. So just making sure that all of the cleaning supplies have been refilled. All of the children's files and everything are back here. This is my little admin area. So just making sure all of the children's files are updated, that we've received all our payments and we have all our receipts and everything on hand because we'll be filing taxes very soon. So you need to make sure that all of that information that you're going to need for tax season is organized and in one spot. So, and then also doing inventory on office supplies. So I have like paper clips, staples. I have plenty of staples, plenty of sticky notes, ink pens, scissors, the shredder, all of that stuff, printing, paper, ink, all of that stuff. I'm all stocked up on it, making sure that I have new flyers printed out and ready to hand out for the upcoming year. And making sure that all of the office supplies, like I said, and art supplies, like, The overflow of art supplies for the classroom are all stocked up and everything's organized. I know it looks crazy, but trust me when I say this, I know where everything is. It's organized enough for me. Highlighters, pencils, pens, staples, pencil sharpeners for the children, crayons to replace the broken crayons that they're going to break all throughout the day and week. All of that stuff has been restocked. So that's what I like to do right before I shut down. And I don't do this. I don't wait until Friday. Like today is Friday evening. I don't wait until Friday evening to do this. I do it slowly throughout the last week. So that way when Friday comes and the last kid leaves, I can turn the heat off. I can unplug everything, turn the light off, and go in the house. And so that's what I'm about to do. But I did want to do this video so you can see what is my routine for the holiday break. So just like I said, unplugging all of the devices and outlet covers, wiping down all of the surfaces, taking out the diaper genie, taking out the trash, putting all of the chairs and tables in the corner and organizing things. Now, what I did do was start brainstorming on some concepts I'd like to teach in January. And let me change this camera around. Hello. Hello, Jackie. Thanks for tuning in. So I have some of the things that I want to talk about for January, which is Kwanzaa. And we're going to watch like a Kwanzaa video or a few of them probably. Do a few Kwanzaa crafts, like cut out some little strips and make the candles and talk about the different principles each day of Kwanzaa. And then we can watch the movie My Friend Martin. I grew up watching My Friend Martin every year on Martin Luther King Day. I loved that movie growing up. And then I've also like made a plan of like rates for the year, the hours of operation, different professional development opportunities that I could take advantage of, the support group, when we're going to meet, things like that, and how we're going to go about it. So brainstorming on business practices on the board. This is usually for the children to use in the art area for playtime and things like that. But when they're not here, that is where I brainstorm, and I'm going to leave it on the board. So that way I can keep myself accountable. So when January gets here, I can cross the stuff off. I just erase it off as I go. So paying for my professional development, like teacher conferences and things like that ahead of time is going to keep me accountable. And, I'll go. I'm going to go if I pay for it. So if I pay for it in advance, that's a great way to plan out your professional development. And also brainstorming on a marketing strategy for the upcoming year. Organizing all of the books, making sure that we don't have any ripped out pages or torn covers on our books. And then just rotating those books out so the children can have some new books to look at, things like that, some new stories to read. Making sure all of the toys are in their correct areas. The people are in the people bin. The animals are in the animal bin. And the cars are where the cars are supposed to go. And then also we have the labels. Like this is a precursor to literacy and reading. So we tape the girl to we tape the person to the person bin. We have stickers with animals on them. And then we have a card taped to it for the cars. So that's what we're doing. The kitchen area is good to go. We need more menu. So over the break, we probably won't be eating out much. But while we're out in the community, I'll be collecting more menus for our kitchen area. And that's a great idea because children love playing restaurant. And so they don't do to you what they did to me. And they pulled papers out of my administrative area and they were bills. And they had them spread out across the table, pretending that they were menus. Just get menus from the community so that way the children have everything they need. And another good idea is having a small little notepad over here. And I actually have a notepad. I put it in my elopement chapel room, but I'll have to bring it back out. Put a little notepad here or some sticky notes and a small pencil or crayon and put it right here. And the children can pretend like they're the waiter and they can take the orders and things like that. Because that's also like a precursor to writing and literacy and things like that. The music area is clean. All of the instruments are where they need to be. Now I need to put this rosin in the violin case, but I have Suzuki violins for my school-age children to learn how to play the violin. I have this Bluetooth microphone, African hand drums, and then a snare drum head with actual sticks. My degree is in music, so I incorporate the arts in the curriculum a lot. My husband was an art major, so he comes out here and does art projects with the children a lot. And so he organized and labeled the art area. So just making sure that There's no dried up paint, no dried up Play-Doh. If the Play-Doh is dried out, toss it and replace it over the break. Toss the paint and replace it over the break. Any broken crayons, we can throw those away and get more. Those are things you can't sanitize. Like, you can't really sanitize paint and Play-Doh. So after the children have played with the Play-Doh so much, it needs to get thrown away eventually anyway. So I'll probably just toss all of the Play-Doh and just replace it with new Play-Doh. And you can get that at the Dollar Tree, so you're not spending a lot of money. I buy all of my Play-Doh at the dollar store, so that way when it has to be tossed, or someone catches a cold and they're wiping their nose and playing with the Play-Doh, I throw that away immediately. And so that is something that, me personally, I know that is going to have to be replaced frequently throughout the school year, is Play-Doh, paint, and then of course the food. But the rest of the toys, you don't necessarily have to replace that. So that is one of those business expenses that comes up once when you first open and you're buying things like the kitchen area. Hopefully you're only gonna buy this one time, unless you want to get an up-to-date one. I saw one that I wanted to get off of Amazon, but I've only been open for 3 years and nothing is broken or anything on this kitchen area. So I'll probably keep it for another couple years before I get a new one. Now I know you see that I have like these storage bins. They're not like formal shelves that you would see in a center-based childcare. But I mean, I bought everything in this classroom either from yard sales, donations from old high school friends, family members, and the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Target, Walmart, Facebook Marketplace. But I already had these storage bins, so I didn't buy any formal shelves when I first opened. And I mean, they work, so don't fix it if it ain't broke. It's what my grandma always said. So I feel like that works for my art area, so I'm going to keep that shelf over there with the easel and all of that stuff over there. Now I have a Today Is chart that we use during circle time, and my friends come over and they can flip the day. So I have it set for the first day back to school after the new year, January 6th, Monday, and it probably won't be sunny. It'll probably be snowy, but I'm just going to leave that the way it is so the children can set it and do what they want to do. Whatever, I'll change it to snowy. It's snowy today. We need to change that to winter, but we'll worry about that on January 6th. So that's what we have going on here. And then I keep all of my childcare snacks in this cabinet. And as you can see, it is hectic down here because it was the last week. So it just got really crazy. But just going through the snack drawer and making sure nothing is expired. That is something that I'm going to do. Now, this is the dirty dish bin, and the children throw their dirty dishes in here. And as you see, I already pulled those dishes out, popped them into the dishwasher, and all of the clean dishes are up here in the clean dish bin where I keep all of the childcare dishes. And I keep the childcare dishes and snacks out here separate from the house. So that way I don't have to worry about my family eating snacks that are intended for childcare. That happened a lot my first year in business. So I learned my lesson and I just keep the snacks out here. That way I don't have to say, oh, what happened to those pretzel sticks? We ate them. Oh, man. But what am my class going to eat now? So I just keep the childcare snacks out here. I keep the childcare dishes out here so they don't get mixed up with ours in the house. And so that is what I do in my closing down for holiday break routine. And I'll probably come out here and start taking down the Christmas decorations because Christmas is in a few days. It's on Wednesday. Today's Friday. So it's about 4 days away. So Christmas will be over. And when the kids come back, I'll have the different world country flags hanging back up again around the classroom. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to be doing once, before the children come back. So I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow because it won't take much to take down the Christmas decor. It's literally just a few little things hanging up on the ceiling, the 3 little Christmas trees on the air unit, and then the Santa and Christmas tree out there on the family resource shelf. So once I'm done pulling the trash in the diaper genie, cleaning all of the surfaces, doing inventory on the toys to make sure there are no broken toys, no torn books, and no expired snacks in the snack drawer. Once again, I just make sure all the outlets are covered, all devices are charged, fully charged, turned off, and put away. And I cut the lights off and I go in the house. So that is how I get myself prepared for the winter break. And now I can take off my tie-dye childcare scrub top and put on some regular clothes and go about my regular day. So we are officially closed for winter break. I wonder what you all do before you close down for winter break. We took pictures with Santa for the children, the classroom side of Christmas break. We took pictures with Santa, and then we had a craft picture frame that the kids painted and decorated, put stickers on and stuff, and they put their pictures inside of the frame. And we also did some craft Christmas stockings where they can color their Christmas stocking and decorate it all cute. And they also did gingerbread houses. So if you want to see pictures of gingerbread houses and the pictures with Santa, is on our Facebook and Instagram page. And if you are a child care, an earlyhood educator or child care owner, keep on tuning in to this YouTube channel where I talk about all child care business things. That is all. Like I said, as far as administrative duties to get ready for the new year, I just make sure that my books are balanced and I didn't miss any payments, any tuition payments. And if there are any missed tuition payments, I contact the parents immediately. I usually catch that before the end of the week. So like Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm looking at that before we close. So that way Thursday and Friday, I have a chance to send that invoice out and talk to them in person at pickup with them on Thursday and get that rectified. But we didn't have any missed payments this year. I know my first year in business, I had a few missed payments, and those parents, some of the parents, they were honest about it. They paid it. Others, they didn't. And so they just had to miss a week or whatever just to get caught back up, or I don't know. Some of them decided just to not show up at all. And so as a business owner, we have to make sure we are catching those mistakes early. You never want a missed payment to go on past a week, because I mean, if it goes past a week, then you just have to count it as a loss. And so that's what I did. But the missed payments that I ended up catching were in the past like 2 weeks. And so I just mentioned it to the parents. Like I said, some of them were honest about it and they paid it. Others, I mean, they had like a financial hardship, we just let that be one of their 2 weeks that we allow for, 2 vacation weeks that are unpaid vacations that we don't charge it to them or whatever. So we just did it that way. But you want to make sure that you are doing good bookkeeping so you're not missing out on any money and you're not stressing any parents out right before the holiday, because a lot of times the holiday is a very huge financial hardship for some families, especially if they have a lot of children. Tyler got started today with washing play dishes. Yes. Definitely need to wash those play dishes and the food. That is the biggest thing that needs to get soaked at the end of the week. I soak my toys at the end of the week because a lot of children, they put that play food in their mouth. They think it's real food and they put the cups on their lips and things like that. So I just like to soak everything. I soak the people toys because sometimes they play with the little babies and they kiss the baby dolls. And so now that needs to be soaked. The cars, they're always playing with the cars and they're always wiping their noses and putting their hands in their mouths. And that Play-Doh, I'm telling you, the Play-Doh was the biggest thing for me because you can't clean the Play-Doh. So it just needs to be thrown out at that point. And some of the toys, if you soak them so many times, they will start to fade and fall apart. And then we just throw it away and replace it if it needs to be replaced. We have so many animal toys. I had to throw a dinosaur away two weeks ago. I'm not going to go out and buy a new dinosaur to replace that one because we have plenty. And same thing with the car that I just had to throw away back in June. I had to throw away one of the classroom favorite cars because the wheels popped out and the thing that connects the tire at the bottom of the car was sticking out and I didn't want it to poke anyone. Safety hazard. So I threw it away. The kids, they were sad at the moment. I mean, I did it when they were asleep, but one kid was up. They saw me throw the car away, had a whole fit about it because he loves that car. However, no one remembered that car a day later, so it's fine. We threw it away so no one gets hurt. We have lots of cars and it's going to be okay, but we have to make sure that we are removing toys off the shelf if they are broken so they don't cause a hazard, and taping torn pages if we can, or just getting another copy of that book. I try to have at least 2 or 3 copies of like cultural books, math books or something that's teaching some type of literacy concept, I try to have more than one copy of it. But if it's a really, really good book, like an electronic book or something like that, I usually don't put that on the shelf for the children. I put it up on the shelves to display like around the classroom. And if they want me to read it, then I'll just read it and put it back. So that way we don't have to worry about it getting broken. Like we have a Chinese book because I teach Mandarin Chinese and Spanish here. And they love the Chinese book, but now it doesn't work. And I've replaced the batteries and it still doesn't work. I got it on Amazon. It was like $12, so it doesn't cost a lot. So I'll just get another one. And now I know not to keep it on the shelf. So I had to learn. But you would think that I would know that after over a decade of teaching in early childhood. Don't put the good books on the, well, I don't like to go by that rule. Don't put the good books on the shelf, because then, don't put the boring books on the shelf, because then the children are not going to want to read. So that's a whole nother topic in and of itself. And maybe I will make a video about the good books. I'm going to make a video about that. But any hootie doody, that's what I'm doing around here. All of the things that I named is my closing for the holiday routine. The only thing that I named that I have not done was gone through the snacks to make sure nothing is expired. But I will do that on January 6th when I come back. I said I was going to do it tomorrow, and now in my mind, I'm like, I just got to get out of here. I got cabin fever. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to get out of here and hit the town. I'm actually about to go skating and then go out to eat at my favorite Ethiopian restaurant just to celebrate being off work. Praise the Lord. I'm so glad. So thank you all for tuning in. If you are a childcare CEO, then keep tuning into the Childcare CEO Academy Instagram. What is this? YouTube channel. I'm sorry. See, I'm so ready to go. I can't think. Keep tuning into this YouTube channel to learn all about childcare business. I have a lot of other videos up on here just about how to get your centers together in a classroom. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I can't talk anymore. And now I'm like giggly because it's funny to me that I keep messing up. So I'm going to get off. But enjoy your holiday break. Stay out of the childcare area. It's very tempting because it's in our house. And so when we are bored and we can't find anything else to do, we tend to creep in the childcare area and start working. Don't do it. I need to take my own advice. I'm preaching to the choir here, but if I say it to you, then I'm going to follow it. So let's stay out of the classroom this holiday break as much as possible. I'll come out here a few times just because I know I'm going to want to come out here and get a blank canvas and some paint and paintbrushes and just paint on my leisure. But that, if I'm doing something fun, that's fine. But don't work on the break, because as family childcare providers, we don't have a huge staff like center-based childcares. So we don't have the leisure of saying, well, I'm going to take a day off, or I need a mental health day, or I need to go to the dentist, so I'm going to just call off. We can't do that. We have to close our entire business if we need to be off, or have an on-call sub. And I'm blessed enough to have an on-call sub. My mother, I've trained her. She's gotten her background check and done her professional development. She's working on professional development over the weekend, so that way she can be free for the break too. And so that's something that's a system that I am grateful to have. But most of us childcare professionals in family childcare don't have a backup provider. So that's something else to think about over the break. If you think about anything else childcare business related, think about how you can get a backup provider or teacher in your childcare, so that way you can take off when you need to. And start brainstorming on some marketing strategies for the upcoming year. I took advantage of a service with Indoor Media. Definitely look them up. I don't know if they do other states, but here in Michigan, we have this company called Indoor Media. And you can put your advertisement on the grocery carts at Kroger grocery store. So Tada Childcare is on the grocery carts at Kroger. So look for Tada Childcare at your local Macomb County Kroger grocery store. We're on the baskets, people. We've been on there since October, and we'll be on there until October of 2025. So that's one marketing strategy that I have taken advantage of. And I've been interviewed by different radio stations, like online radios and stuff like that, podcasts, to talk about being a business owner and things like that. Something that I'm going to do in 2025 is Google Ads. I'm just going to be real simple. I'm going to pass out flyers, of course, and leave business cards everywhere I go, and just pay for some Google ads. I am on Google, but I'm just going to push some Google ads, possibly some Facebook and Instagram ads later down the line. But yeah, especially for the around New Year, when people are coming from old child cares, back from the holiday break, they may be looking for a new child care program. That is the perfect time to run some Google ads and some social media ads. So that's what I'm going to do. And then in the fall for the new school year, I'm going to run some more Google ads and social media ads and just pass out flyers. So that is a marketing strategy that I have for this year. And I'll probably advertise in Metro Parent or something like that. Yeah, I mean, if you have other marketing strategies that you have for 2025 and you'd like to share, pop them in the comments. And you can always DM me on Instagram or whatever, reach out to me. My email and website, all that stuff is all in the bio on all of my socials. So you can always email me or call me, shoot me a text if you're a childcare owner. If you're a parent, totally give me a call. I won't answer during the holiday break, but leave a voicemail and we will. And if you find us on Google, click the website link on Google and it'll take you to my calendar where you can schedule an enrollment tour. But if you are a childcare owner, you can schedule, go to my calendar as well and then just put in the comments that you'd like a childcare business coaching session. And I do childcare coaching one-on-one as well. So that's all I have for you today, childcare CEOs. Thanks for tuning into the Tie-Dye Childcare CEO Academy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. My husband just went outside to warm the car for me because I got to run all the way to Detroit to go and get my grandma's Christmas gift at the last minute. And the place closes in 30 minutes. And it takes 30 minutes to get to Detroit. So I got to go. But happy holiday, Happy New Year. Peace until next time, and spread some love and stay out the classroom. Enjoy your break.